All right, hello. I'm Ben, and I'm with Counterpoint, and this is
Truth Club.
All right. Welcome to Montreal, guys. You guys just played a great show at Pop Montreal. So just kind of walk me through how it felt. How was the energy? How was the crowd? How was everything for you guys?
The crowd was nice. They listened to my bad stand-up comedy between songs, and they seemed to enjoy it. I think we played well. I had a lot of fun. Yeah.
Crowd felt really good.
Yeah.
Energy of the crowd.
Yeah.
It was also kind of fun to show up and realize we've only played Montreal one time before, and we have the same guy doing sound as we did last year.
Yeah. Shout out Dom.
Yeah.
Dom ran sound for what, Casa del Popolo, I think was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we played there last summer, and the sound guy was the same person. So we were like, oh, hey, what's up?
Our buddy.
I gave him a T-shirt because he didn't have cash, and he said, I'll just pay you next time.
Oh, that was him. Gotcha.
That's cute.
Yeah. He said, I'll pay you next time, and if I don't, then you can do something. Yeah, he kind of trailed off, but I think he insinuated that I could beat him up. You know? Yeah.
Awesome. So I guess diving into Truth Club as a whole, what kind of got you guys started as a group? Where did the name Truth Club even come from?
It was like Cam and I started playing music together when we were super young, and we like played in a couple bands. We had a band in high school, and we played in a couple other bands, and went off to different colleges. And I met Elise at NC State in North Carolina, and we started playing music together. And then we were like, damn, this is sick. Let's make a band. Let's start a band, and then asked Cameron to join, and then asked Yvonne to join. Yvonne also went to college with us. But name Truth Club, it was just like, you just put words, you just think of words, you just put them together, and the meaning comes later.
I remember originally it was just like, you were shooting off ideas and they were getting shot down.
Yeah.
And eventually that was the one where we were all kind of like, yeah, this is cool, I like this.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I guess going into North Carolina specifically, the fact that you guys are all kind of from that area, does that play into the music, like the music scene there? There play any role in what you guys create and the sound you guys have?
Insofar that I think that when we were in college, there was a very, very, very strong DIY indie rock circuit that was happening on the East Coast, and even bringing bands from the South and the Midwest and stuff to places like North Carolina. And I think just being in community with other people our age making cool music from all over different places, and being able to have conversations with people like that and make friends. I think that more so than anything, I think that aspect of the community is what contributed to it more so than it's I wouldn't say that there's no Raleigh sound or North Carolina sound or something. I mean, I guess there's the 90s legacy of Merge Records and those alt rock bands from Chapel Hill and stuff, but I
think kind of what you said about the house show stuff. I mean, Truth Club is the first band that I ever joined, and I didn't really play drum set super seriously before that, and I think there was a lot of me and Travis were going to shows together, and Yvonne was also going to these shows with us, and I think there was something about we would just go to this house that had shows assuming that it would probably be a really good show, and it was 90% of the time I'd leave and I'd be like, oh, that band was really sick. And I think we all kind of gathered bits of being just seeing different things that people were doing and being really excited about them and finding what we liked in common. And
and there was Travis and Travis was playing music for a long time again. We used to play shows all the time in high school. So growing up everyone just homies. It's just homies show up, homies come out, and it's just everyone's just supportive and just wants to help elevate and push each other. It's really sweet. Awesome. It's usually always that's so sick. And then I guess with Cool Kids it's kind of a similar thing, because now you guys are on tour with them, opening for them as well as with Pony. So with the majority of the tour still up ahead, is there any venue that you guys are excited to play at?
I'm excited for the Lodge Room in LA. It's really cool. We played there last summer, and that was really fun. It's an old Masonic lodge that I guess got closed down, but then they like revitalized it as like it's just a beautiful theater. It has like a big proscenium, you know. Kind
It's
of
like
thing.
really like beautiful, intricate like details around like the ceilings and the walls and like
It looks like a museum. Like,
Yeah.
But you're like playing your silly little songs in there, and you're like, what? Am I supposed to be doing this? But it's awesome. I love that spot.
I think coming up we're just like, I know we keep on talking about like being stoked about Chicago, but that's less of like the venue and just like we just have a lot of friends there, and so it's exciting to know like, oh, we're gonna get to see these friends that we don't see as often, and these people that we don't get to play for super often.
Yeah, and on this tour, it's our first time going to like I think it's Vancouver, Denver, and Salt Lake City, and so I mean I'm just excited to see those places because I've never been to any of those places before.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So then going into the actual music, what's your creative process when you guys are making songs? How do you start formulating your ideas and making a project?
I'll just work on stuff by myself, and it'll be like to, you know, a variable degree of like completion. Like, you know, I could write like a guitar. Most of the time when I'm working on music myself, it's like I'm just playing guitar, like writing guitar melodies, and then sometimes I'll sing over them and whatnot in my room, and I'll take, you know, I'll dictate or like I'll take some ideas down, you know, record them if they sound good, and then, you know, sometimes I'll just bring that scrap of whatever to everybody else and we'll like kind of flush it out together and arrange it, or it's like could be I just like write a whole song. It kind of depends on like it's like project to project kind of how it goes. And I think most of the time though it's like even if I'm presenting like here's a song that I wrote, I think that there's still like room for, it's like this is the panel of you know, there's workshopping involved. Like I'd be like, do you guys like all of this arrangement, or are there things that you would change? And then there's court for that, or you know, there's like room for that. Yeah.
And then so now you guys dropped an album a little bit ago, like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and
it's like coming up on almost 2. I think it'll be 2 years, October 8th. Yeah.
So is there something coming out in the near future? Is that something you guys are still working on?
I can't say too much. No, I don't know. No, I mean, we're working on a record. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but yeah, we're working on it. Yeah, it's almost done. Yeah.
And then I guess just a final note: if when people listen to Truth Club, what do you kind of want them to take away from listening? What do you want their experience to be?
That is a good question. I don't know.
I mean, I think the ideal thing is like, it's sick whenever someone comes to us and clearly has listened to like the record front to back in like some sort of somewhat focused environment. I mean, it's also cool when someone just like finds a song on the album that they're like super stoked about. But
well, I was gonna say, I feel like maybe this is kind of just like a general thing. Like I'm not speaking to anything super particular here, but I mean, I feel like the same things that made me want to write music, I would hope that people would ideally get out of the music that we made together. Like, you know, just like whether it's like them identifying something like super engaging and exciting about like the instrumental aspects of what we make, like something that makes somebody want to play drums or like play guitar, like learn how to do that, or like, you know, bass line too, like and like listening to the affect or mood of, I don't know, what the songs are about, and just helping them feel like they can identify with themselves in a more profound way. You know, I mean, that's how I feel like my whole life, being a music lover and like coming into making music, is like when I hear a song that means a lot to me, like I feel like it becomes a part of who I am, you know. And so yeah. That's kind of ubiquitous thing like that. So, yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Awesome.
I would hope, just for me, I'm finding it like as there's so much like stimulation around us all the time, like everyone, I'm like totally addicted to scrolling. Like it's so hard to like really focus on content, whatever it is, media, content, whatever, And I would hope, like, I hope that it gives people a chance to get in the pool with it, you know, like you really kind of sit in it, because I'm trying to do that more with stuff, and that's less about like our record specifically, but like kind of like Travis was saying generally, like hopefully that's something that people can do that with.
Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk with us, and have a great rest of your tour.
Yeah, thank you so
guys.
much.